For me, it was the first thought of doing Pirate Summit started in I think early 2010 when when I had my own startup, and I was looking for investors, and I thought at that time the best way to connect with investors is to actually organize a conference for investors. I want to get the first contact on a personal base, so for me it was important to meet them. But I was writing a lot of emails to people asking for sponsorships and so on for the first conference, which was supposed to happen in Iserlohn, where I was studying at that time. And then I got received an email from Manuel and Moritz. They told me, "Hey, Till, very nice idea. We like it very much, but get the fuck out of Iserlohn and do it in Cologne." So we just met like 2 weeks later on. And then, we started planning. Someone showed us the article from TechCrunch, "Are You a Pirate?" Called, and it just started, and then conference took off. Yeah.
The Pirate Summit is currently in its 5th year, and we started out with just 220 people. This year we had 1,000 people coming here. We are really amazed because we had more than 50 countries represented here, and certainly more than 60 nationalities.
60% of them were startup founders, actually starting a company or running a company. 30% are investors, and 10% are corporations, executives. So it's a right mix of the people bringing together.
Just basically, we wanted to build a conference that we wanted to join ourselves.
We have a strong focus on selecting the right people and bringing the right people together.
We intend this to be a place either to make great connections and then eventually also get business opportunities, but also to maybe find financing.
It's 2 days of maximum fun. It's 2 days of maximum business as well. And so it's a very nice combination. You can do a vacation here if you want and do some very good business in the meantime.
Oh, I was absolutely amazed. I saw the pictures, I saw the videos, but it's. I think the atmosphere is the best part. You know, everybody's completely relaxed. There are no suits, no ties, no any kind of differentiation between the people. You see a guy in a sweatshirt and a hoodie, and he can be anyone. He can be, I don't know, a fund manager of 400 million euros, or he can be a startup guy from Lebanon or somewhere, and basically that just levels the ground for everyone.
So people apply to come here, and they have to be either a founder, an investor, or a corporate, or a corporate executive more, to really be able to attend. So we're not focusing on service providers, we're not focusing on people that have not decided yet whether to start or to go into the startup scene, but we are really focusing on people that are in the scene and that have also some experience there. Why do we do that? Because they have the same mindset, and we believe that it increases our customer experience and our product in the end if we bring the people together that can create or have meaningful connections. That's all what we are about.
I think we don't have an official theme, but it's always a bit of the focus of the regions. So over the last years, it was always Eastern Europe. This year, it's still Eastern Europe. It's still a strong focus, but we also included the MENA region, so Middle East, covering everything between Turkey, if you count it to MENA region, Lebanon, Egypt, Iran, and Saudi Arabia, Dubai. So all these places, we had a lot of attendees coming from this region. So it's more the theme is a bit more focused on the regions, but it's not a classic official theme. We don't have something. It's the IoT conference, or it's the state of art, it's the state of tech conference. It's something we don't need because you have this pirate setting.
We are focused very much on bringing practical insights from various practices. So we have a lot of very hands-on workshops about growth hacking. We look at the state of certain markets, like what's going on in the fintech scene, what is going on with augmented reality, etc. So we are really looking on to give a broad perspective, but keeping it very interactive and very valuable, we hope at least, for all the attendees.
for every founder, for every investor, you have 4 founders, and it's a pretty unique, or it's a very very good ratio in terms of it's very easy to connect with the VCs. It's a very low set, or how do you say that? It's very easy to get in touch with the people here because the whole set here is so chill. But it's not it's already done with the venue, so we don't do anything about that. It's just here because the venue is so cool.
Yeah, Odonian is a place that there's no comparison to. I have a hard time to really describe it in words. It's this junkyard, arty community place with lots of, you see it here, lots of graffiti on the walls, lots of heart in it too.
I would include it's first of all the whole setting. It's an old scrapyard. The venue is very unique. You wouldn't find it anywhere else in Germany, or at least in Cologne. In Germany, there might be other places.
When people come here in the Odonian, most of the time they have this what the fuck moment to come here, what is going on here. But what we notice when they approach, because there's a gravel path to come here, that expectations change a bit.
Well, when we arrived and I've seen all of this, environment around me, and say, these guys are really crazy. This is the place where you need to be when you do this kind of a disruptive businesses.
It's like a musical festival, but for entrepreneurship. And I love musical festivals.
I love it. People actually overfeed us here. You really. And donuts and fresh food and drinks free of charge. People, if you're not coming here, you're crazy. Seriously.
It's set between the train stations and Europeans' biggest brothel. So, there's no real. I cannot really just put it into words. You have to come to experience it. You have to come to also experience the atmosphere here. It has helped us tremendously in building our brand and also transporting our vision.
I could not imagine doing another conference in a boring, usual, like we are the entrepreneurship conference or so, like startup summit or something. I don't want to say these are boring conferences, but I just it's just nothing for me. I want to get the people involved, and especially the name is so self-explaining. People, you don't need to send any emails telling people that they need to come dressed or should come dressed, but they come anyways, and we all have eye patches, and it's a very, very, I'm very thankful for Michael Arrington from TechCrunch for writing this blog post a few years ago, and just setting the whole set for us. We just copy pasted it basically into a conference scheme. Yeah. So it will always stay Pirate Summit.
Well, the aims for the next year or the next years for the Pirate Summit is we definitely want to scale up Pirates on Shore more. So what we want to do is we want to really be present with our pitching competition in every European country and in the big startup hubs. So this year we have been to places in the Nordics, we've been to the Baltics, we've been to the Balkans, but we've also been to the MENA region. That's certainly an area where we'll focus on more. Going to Tehran, going to Cairo, going to Beirut, and to other places. So we'll increase our footprint next year in Europe and in MENA.
I would like to do a one-day conference actually, but it's a bit hard to get in all the interesting speakers and all the interesting people and people coming from Dubai or from even Hong Kong or Australia. It's hard to justify like for a one-day conference, and we still wanted to get these guys over the next year. So it will probably be a 2-day conference, but not more, because in the end, it's at some point you have to go to the office again and start working.
We were a little bit afraid if we could scale the atmosphere that we have built here. After the first day and now starting the second day, I'm fairly convinced that we can grow a bit more. We will continue probably with the interactive sessions that we have created. We might have more tracks, we might have a bit of longer sessions, and I think we'll also use the space, or use more space, so we might add a big stage next year.
Next year, also a goal, I mentioned it yesterday in my short speech, is to increase the number of people coming from different countries. And we had a lot of cancellations because of visa issues, because they couldn't get the visa from the German embassy in Cairo or in Tehran or in Baku. So we wanna help these startups to get over to Europe and get every cool startup that actually deserves to be here to Cologne next year. Yeah.
Arr! 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 Arr!